Yo, my name is Isaac, aka Orbis, aka Crankalarius. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favourite and one of the most important bands of all time, AJR. Sorry, that's the script for my next video. Radiohead is the band I'm talking about today, Radiohead, and I'm going to be ranking my top 10 favourite songs by them of all time. Radiohead obviously have a lot of amazing songs, but I did not find coming up with this list too hard, as I already had a good idea of what my favourites are. It was more the order that I was struggling with, especially picking the number one. Anyway, let's start with my number 10 pick, which is Pyramid Song from Amnesiac. Probably a very common top 10 choice, and that's because it's amazing. If I had to use one word to describe Pyramid Song, it would be ethereal. Something about the piano riff on here has a kind of unusual rhythm to it, which I quite like. I love the bit where the drums come in the climax of the song, and how the strings become more prominent as the song progresses. Just an overall beautiful, beautiful song, and definitely one of my favourite moments from Amnesiac. At number 9, I have the national anthem from Kid A. I just love how mad and noisy this song is. By the end it really is just noise, and I love it. Of course the bass line absolutely carries the song, so much damn groove. Easily one of, if not the best Radiohead bass lines, and it isn't even being played by Colin, it's being played by Tom, so there's some trivia for you. The song definitely isn't for everyone due to how kind of avant-garde it gets towards the end, but I absolutely love it. Kid A is mostly a pretty melancholy record, so it's nice to have a track that's a bit more intense. Now let's go to number 8. Possibly the best opener to a Radiohead album, we have 2 + 2 = 5 from Hail to the Thief. I absolutely love the way this song is structured. You have the really intense first section, then you have the, quite frankly, beautiful, transitional section, and then it's like the song blows up and goes into this quite heavy and intense section, and then there's one more change that has a similar vibe to the last section, but that makes a total of 4 separate sections in one song. The way this song is structured and the way it progresses is what I think makes it so great, kind of gratifying to listen to. Anyway, let's go to number 7, which is Fake Plastic Trees from The Bends. It's one of my favourite Radiohead songs lyrically. It mainly seems to be about consumerism, but I like to kind of interpret it as an intensely cynical and mental breakdown type view on the world and on life. Like it's just someone looking around at everything around them and realising everything is fake. Doesn't really matter. People around them are fake, the things they own are fake. I don't know if that's the intended meaning, but that's how I personally like to interpret it. The song is without a doubt one of Radiohead's most melancholy songs, to the point that it can bring you to tears, especially with the way it ends. You have the climax bit where it becomes kind of heavy for a bit and then it goes quiet again, like the build of all cynical thoughts throughout the song blows up into an emotional outburst, and then afterwards there's just a feeling of emptiness. And then the way that Tom York sings "If I Could Be Who You Wanted," it's just devastating. Love that song. Let's move on to number 6. On the topic of songs that make you cry, we have Nude from In Rainbows. I don't even know where to start here. Maybe the most beautiful Radiohead song. The whole song gives this feeling of weightlessness that makes it both gorgeous and devastating. Probably one of Tom York's greatest vocal performances on here as well, in my opinion. And while the lyrics don't seem to have any great meaning to me, lines like "don't get any big ideas, they're not going to happen," or "now that you found it, it's gone," add to the melancholy vibe to the song, and the way Tom York delivers those lines is so emotional. Now let's move on to a song that doesn't make you feel depressed. At number 5 we have I Might Be Wrong from Amnesiac. Not sure how popular of a choice this is. I think this is generally one of the more well-liked songs of Amnesiac. However, Amnesiac is not exactly as highly rated as other Radiohead albums. I honestly just like the groove of the song. That riff, do 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 do, is such a hook. I also absolutely love Tom's vocals on here. Despite this being one of Radiohead's more upbeat songs, Tom York still manages to sound depressed on it. The bass is also killer on this track, and yeah, I don't really know how else to justify my love for this song. It's just fucking great. Okay, let's go to number 4, which is Jigsaw Falling Into Place from In Rainbows. Honestly, it feels like I'm going to be repeating myself here because once again, it's all about that song structure and the progression of the song. I guess that's something I really like in a Radiohead song, and this is one of the best examples. It feels like with every verse it gets slightly more intense and more layered until eventually it climaxes. What else? I really like the acoustic part of the song. The acoustic part in the song. I like the background vocals, and yeah, that's all I've got. And now we're on to the top 3 Radiohead songs of all time, starting with number 3, which is There from Hail to the Thief. Did you really think I'd only put one track from Hail to the Thief? Nah, mate. Oh my god, what a song. Fucking hell. The drum part is amazing. The main guitar line is amazing. That fucking guitar solo, probably the best Radiohead guitar solo. Tom's vocal performances on the song is amazing. I love the lyrics. Love the lyrics. Just because you feel it doesn't mean it's there. Jeez, Tom. Of course, I've got to talk about the structure. You have the backing vocals that come in at some point. There's the Why So Green bit and the damn guitar solo, of course. I can honestly gush about the song all day, but now it's time to move on to the second greatest Radiohead song of all time. Street Spirit. Open bracket, fade out, close bracket. This song is special. The energy of this song, the feeling that this song emits, there is no other song quite like it. It's like melancholy, because of course it is. It's a Radiohead song, but it's much more than that. It's depressing. It's like existential dread. Cannot say that word. I think the best description I've heard of this song is from the man himself. Street Spirit is our purest song, but I didn't write it. It wrote itself. We were just its messengers, its biological catalysts. Its core is a complete mystery to me, and I wouldn't ever try to write something that hopeless. All of our saddest songs have somewhere in them at least a glimmer of resolve. Street Spirit has no resolve. It is the dark tunnel without the light at the end. It represents all tragic emotion that is so hurtful that the sound of the melody is its only definition. Before I say what my number 1 pick is, I'm going to give a few honourable mentions, as there are so many amazing Radiohead songs, and a lot of them I honestly feel bad for not mentioning. How to Disappear Completely, which it took until I was almost done with the video to realise I had missed it off. Probably should have been top 10 or at the very least top 15. Also Idiotech from Kid A, My Iron Lung from The Bends, Reckoner from In Rainbows. Anyway, enough stalling. Here is my number 1 pick for the greatest Radiohead song. The hardest part of doing this list was deciding which way around Street Spirit and Paranoid Android would be in. I knew they would be in the top 2, but I really struggled to decide which would be number 1. Street Spirit was definitely my favourite for a long while, but upon much consideration, I think Paranoid Android is number 1, because to me it's like the gold standard for a song. This to me is the peak of music. It just doesn't get much better than this. If you've been paying attention to this video, you can maybe guess why. It's because it references Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. No, it's because of the goddamn structure. You've got the intro section, and I swear, no sound ever conceived by man gives me more of a dopamine / serotonin / whatever the hell than that opening boop, boop, followed by that acoustic guitar. I guess it's because as soon as I hear that, I know I'm about to hear what might be the greatest song ever written. Anyway, you have the intro section, then you've got the Gucci Little Piggy part with some heavy guitar work coming in with an intense guitar solo from good old Johnny, and then it goes to objectively the best section, the rain down bit. Love those background vocals. Makes me think of like a church choir or something, which is fitting as Tom York has the vocals of an angel, as is proven in this section. And then you have another heavy section at the end for good measure, and yeah, Paranoid Android. I don't know what else to say. It's Paranoid Android. So yeah, that's my list of top 10 Radiohead songs. Let me know which songs I'm an idiot for leaving off the list, and also let me know what other artists I should do top 10s for. Who knows, maybe I'll start consistently uploading. Probably not. Anyway, I think that's all from me, and oh yeah, make sure you don't like the video, make sure you don't subscribe, and definitely make sure you don't turn on the notification bell to stay notified as to when I upload. Cool. See ya.